What is up, y'all? It's your girl, Brand New, and honey, I am back in the building. Listen. This time, honey, I am back with a recap of Married to Medicine. This is part 3 of the season 10 reunion. It is finally over, so let's get to it, okay? Child, this last part of the reunion, it was giving Section 8, it was giving WIC, it was giving food stamps, it was giving somebody baby daddy just got out of jail. And I'm like, Married to Medicine, honey, it ain't never gave that. Okay, they done had their hood book of moments, but that Phaedra, honey, just her bringing Apollo on the show, honey, it just, I don't know. It felt a little weird. Okay, a little ghetto, a little bit hood. Shout out to Nene, honey. Did y'all see how Andy got his ass up? He couldn't wait to get his ass up. He got his ass up so quick to greet Apollo, to hug Apollo. Yeah, I missed you so much. I was like, damn, shit. Okay, Andy, sit down. Andy said, honey, that is one fine-looking man. Okay? Did y'all see how Toya was so giddy? Like, Apollo is what that girl would want up in her life. And did y'all hear Eugene? Eugene is a pick-me. Okay? What did he say? We're going to get to his little segment. I was like, look at him. Wow, look at him. I was like, homie is a simp. Okay, that's what I see when I look at Eugene and Toya. Yes, they have certain aspects to their marriage that I like. I like that Eugene allows Toya to be herself. I like that he caters to her. But I do not like how he upholds her bullshiggity, because I feel like when you have a mate like that, they can do you more harm than good in the long run. And that's why, for years, Toya has been very delusional about their finances, because she doesn't have a real man, like putting his foot down, like, babe, we're not doing that. We're not doing this. Did y'all hear what she said down to the Carlos King interview? She the breadwinner, okay? Carlos was trying to get all up in her business, child. I was like, Toya, girl, just shut up. Toya always overshares, and then she gets mad when the shit is weaponized against her. It's like, girl, be quiet. Simone was trying to tell the girl to be quiet, drink a little water. But let's get back to this reunion. Let's call a spade a spade. Phaedra brought Apollo to the reunion to save her job. I was not buying the speech that she gave about how maybe her and Apollo would have worked out if her castmates would have been more in support of her marriage. That is not what she was giving on the show. When Apollo got into trouble again, okay, for that second time, you look like you couldn't wait to get away from him, to get rid of him. It looked like he had ruined your reputation. Phaedra seemed devastated. Yes, she's always been very strong and stoic, with how she, handles herself on the show. But you could tell that really embarrassed Phaedra, that he had gotten into trouble again. So I don't know why she down to the Married to Medicine lying to Andy about, if my castmates would have been more supportive of my marriage. Girl, no. Ain't nobody go support you staying with a criminal that can't keep his ass out of trouble, because there was no reason for Apollo to do that bullshit. He had already did one bit, and then he goes out and messes up his life again for the second time and stealing money from people. Like, it was just so unnecessary, because Phaedra had started the funeral business, and she wanted him to help her with that, and he acted as if he wasn't comfortable with that, but he was comfortable stealing them people pensions and stuff. Okay, make it make sense. So I didn't believe nothing that she said. I don't think that Phaedra is a good addition to this show, because this show, what makes it so great is how genuine and authentic the friendships are, well, how they used to be on this show. Now it look like a damn game of Survivor now. But I'm saying, like, back in seasons, 4 and 5 and 6, I feel like those were the best seasons of the show. I just don't feel like Phaedra's character fits into that. I think she should permanently be on something like Traitors or the Real Housewives Girls Trips. She could do that, but like being a series regular on a reality show, like all the time, I just don't feel like Phaedra has the character for that. She's not gonna tell the truth. She gonna lie all the time. Okay, like all the time, even about little dumb stuff that you should tell the truth about. Phaedra will lie, and I just don't think that in this climate, we can take any more of Phaedra's lies. Like, I was annoyed with the little shit she was lying about, on Married to Medicine this season. And why didn't Andy, did he ever mention that her and Apollo dated in high school? I would have loved to hear the backstory on that, because I doubted if that was true. So, yeah, y'all put it in the comments if Andy said something about that. But I do feel like Phaedra is desperate to be on this show. I think that she likes this show. and she feels like it's not as risky as Real Housewives of Atlanta. It's not as cutthroat. It's not as in your face. You know, they have their moments, but, you know, she know how the girls on Real Housewives of Atlanta can be. Hell, she's one of those girls, okay, lying on folks and, you know, damn near taking folks' careers from them, okay? So, yeah, like, Phaedra, I kind of don't even like that, how she tries to throw all the other girls under the bus, saying that Real Housewives of Atlanta is way more cantankerous, you know, than Married to Medicine. I'm like, shit, you was in the mess, girl, when you was over there, okay? They talked about Toya saying that Phaedra got defensive when she asked about Apollo. I didn't feel like Phaedra was defensive at all. Like, when it came to the child's birthday party, Aiden, Apollo didn't have to be there if Phaedra didn't want him to be there. Toya was just being nosy. They even showed the clip, and Phaedra didn't get smart with her, so I was confused, unless it's something that happened that we didn't see. I didn't understand Toya saying that to Phaedra, because Phaedra just said, well, they read about what happened with their dad. Yeah, the shit is all over the internet, and y'all know these kids know how to look up stuff down to the internet, so I was okay with that. Apollo says he and Phaedra's relationship was topsy-turvy. I was like, look at Apollo. Look at the vocabulary, honey, okay? Why? It looked like when Apollo was talking, Phaedra was nervous that the nigga was going to use the wrong words at the wrong times in the wrong sentences. Okay, I'll never forget, honey, how she used to correct his English, honey, down to the Real Housewives of Atlanta. What did he say? Yeah, I'm just trying to be jovial. She was like, jovial? Remember when they was out of town? I think that was season 6? I'm thinking that was season 6, yeah. That's when all that Kenya stuff was going on. Apollo talks about how he and Phaedra would meet up at Chick-fil-A, and, you know, when they wasn't on the best of terms in their co-parenting relationship. And I'm like, shit, I don't blame Phaedra, honey. I don't want you at my house either, Krim now. Okay, shit, let's make sure you safe. Okay, let's meet you down to a local place, honey. Phaedra knew what she was doing. Apollo, though, he said he got sick of that, and he was waiting for their co-parenting relationship to evolve. They mentioned that Apollo is remarried, but hell, he just got caught in the blogs cheating on his wife. So what is going on? Okay, I'm like, ain't you been out here cheating, nigga? It seemed like that came out. Maybe that story came out. Yeah, I think it came out after they had filmed this. Phaedra says she has no relationship with Apollo's wife. That was very telling. It looked like Phaedra probably don't feel like the girl is smart enough probably to even talk to her, or she probably felt like this woman was in the middle of their marriage, even though it was coming to an end. I believe the girl, Shireen, was probably messing with Apollo while he was still married to Phaedra, and Phaedra probably feel like, I ain't trying to be that child friend, and she was dating my man when we was going through, you know, what we was going through, so I understand that. Apollo said he was locked up for 5.5 years. Apollo goes to Phaedra's house all the time, but he's not allowed inside. I said, I know that's right, honey. Keep that crib now out of your house, honey, okay? But truth be told, shit, I wouldn't trust Phaedra or Apollo, okay? I wouldn't leave my pocketbook around them, Social Security cards, credit cards. I wouldn't leave nothing around neither one of them, okay? I could see how they got together. They both sneaky and be lying, child, and both freaks. I could tell, honey, so, They talked about the whole situation with Apollo, Candy, and Todd, how Todd and Candy was hiding Apollo's stuff in their garage. Apollo said that he recently saw Todd, and Todd apologized to him. I'm like, what the hell Todd apologized to you for? Okay, they almost got in trouble for trying to keep your stuff. So Apollo said that they tried to use him for a storyline. I'm like, child, Apollo, as soon as your ass get arrested, nigga, you are the storyline. Okay, you are the storyline. What the hell wrong with you? You done went out and got arrested. You done had these folks hide your stuff. Okay, I think they was hiding cars and stuff for him. So it's like, what did you think was going to happen? You're on a reality show. They're going to talk about it. Apollo says he was in prison with Joe Giudice. Apollo mentioned that he got put in the hole. He had to do the whole solitary confinement for his extra nigga activities that he was partaking in, honey, when he was down to the prison, honey. And was it me, or do these niggas get extra excited about telling their prison stories? They act like going to prison, doing time is a badge of honor. Like, them niggas get obsessed with them stories. Yeah, because day in and day out, I just try to keep my mind right, and I just try to do the right thing. Nigga, you ain't got no choice. You in prison, okay? I mean, I'm just saying. Listen, okay? But they just be, I don't know. Honey, they be trauma bonded to them prison stories, honey, okay? I remember one fool in my past was trying to tell me about his prison stories. I was like, I don't want to hear that shit. Okay, I don't want. Look, miss me with all the nigga foolishness, honey. Okay, I don't want to hear that. I want to hear how you came into some money the legal way. Okay, that's what I want to hear. I don't want to hear about no drive-by shootings. I don't want to hear who got stabbed. I don't want to hear, I ain't got time, honey, for that foolishness. Okay, for the ghetto of it all. I ain't got time, honey. Spare me. Okay, I would hurry up, honey, and change the subject. But them niggas they be obsessed with them damn struggle monger stories, honey. Okay, thinking they doing something. Cecil, he ended up explaining the tweet of him saying that Dr. G leveled up with Sweet Tea. No, he didn't. Shit, she's just more willing to be controlled. Quad asked Cecil what he meant by that, and he said it's because, Dr. G is so happy. To me, that wasn't a good enough answer for him to say that. I feel like Cecil kind of said it to be messy a little bit, to stir up some controversy. This whole situation with inviting a girl on the show is controversial. Shit, what if Quad go out here and start filming with Tammy and bring her ass to the show, Simone? What you gonna do? Okay, what you gonna do? And Jackie, what about if she started filming with Curtis's former mistress? Quad would be very much so well within her right with the way y'all have carried on this season. But back to Dr. G and Sweet Tea. In my opinion, it's not that he's so happy with her. Like I said, he's happy that he can run things. He's happy that he can control her. Did y'all remember the story that he said about trying to get her to remember to turn on the alarm, and he made up a scenario of there were men in the house to scare her? See, that's the abuse right there. But see, everybody skipped right over that. Everybody loves to skip over stuff like that to make it look like, well, Quad is just bitter, and Quad is just, she's just uncomfortable. Her ex is back on the show. This nigga is back on the show to keep up with what Quad is doing. Because him and Letitia could have moved the hell on. They could have went and got married and went down the road, and they wouldn't have been missed. So they was really killing me a couple of times during this reunion, and I think Quad even mentioned it. We gonna get to it, but yeah, like, y'all are on this show because of Quad. Really, Quad's name was all up and through this reunion. I know Quad got her contract. I know she did, because she was all up and through. For her not to be a part of the season that much, child, that plan of trying to kick Miss Quad up off this show, it backfired badly. Cecil says he loves Quad, but he also loves Letitia. You don't know her. You could say you like her. You could say you feel like she's a good fit for Gregory, but I felt like some of the things he was saying was a bit premature because you don't know her. Quad said that Sweet Tea is a better fit for Greg. She is, because she's very impressionable with men. She's one of those pick-me's where she's very defensive and nasty and gutter with other women that come for her, but she will allow a man to control and emotionally abuse her. I know what I'm looking at. That's what I did when I see her. Quad mentioned that she's a little older than Sweet Tea. She has more life experience. Quad says that Dr. G and Sweet Tea are a great fit. Sweet Tea says she chose Dr. G and he chose her. I said, it's the lies, honey. Okay, correction. Your ass, your desperate, thirsty, pick-me ass was in his DMs telling him, I could get you what you want. Okay, I could give you what you want. I got what you need. And your ass was lying. And then you lied and said you don't watch the show. You watch the show. I can tell you watch the show from some of the shiggity that you said on the show. This girl is not being her authentic self. I think the authentic version of her, it has a way of coming out, like her going toe-to-toe with Jackie. That was her authentic self. Her going off on her sister, and we didn't get to see all of it. That was her authentic self. I think this girl is a bit delayed. Okay? I do. I really do. Sweet Tea tells Quad it wasn't fair for her to make that comment because she doesn't know her. Girl, people don't have to know who you is to make judgments, to make assumptions. Okay? Girl, you are very much so delayed to think that you're going to come on a show like this and you are not going to be talked about. They talked about Jesus. They will talk about you. So that type of stuff right there, well, you don't know how I dress. She said that on the other part of the reunion. What was that, part 2? She don't know, she don't know what I wear and what I do. And girl, Quad is looking at you. That's why Quad had mentioned to her, I have eyes and my eyes see. And I can see you don't put your clothes together the right way. And you be wearing fake designers. She also lied about buying the designers, and she forgot that she told Heavenly that, she want to look like she dressed expensive too. I believe she said all of that. There's nothing wrong with that, you guys. I'm not here to judge her for that because I know how these shows are your first season. There's nothing wrong with any of that. The part that's messed up to me is that she's trying to lie about it. That's my issue I have with her. They talk about Phaedra and the Dr. G situation about the $4,000 a month. Dr. G says when he met Phaedra, he liked her a lot. He was pursuing her. Dr. G says Phaedra had him in the friend zone. She was dating ballers and shot callers. She was dating niggas that would end up in prison twice, had 2 babies with that type of man. So, like, they can miss me with this whole Phaedra only dates high quality upper echelon men. No, that's not true, because you wouldn't have had 2 babies with this felon. And this nigga is a 2-time felon. Okay, so to me, all of that didn't add up. And honey, Miss Robinson was not buying it. Dr. G said, honey, he had just got out of residency and was trying to take his boards. Dr. G said he was working hard. He took Phaedra to Roy's, and Phaedra said, what's Roy's? What's that? Okay, who said that? I thought that was funny. Phaedra says that they never had a romantic moment. Dr. G says, yeah, they never had a mutual romantic moment. I said, oops. So your ass been fantasizing and dreaming about Phaedra, honey. And Letitia girl, it looked like, what's her name? Sweet Tea? I don't know her real name, you guys, but it looked like she should be a bit nervous, because the way he was talking about it like this is like in present time, not the past. Right? He was talking like, shit, Phaedra still owe him some cootie cat, honey, from back in the day. I was like, yeah. Then he got to saying, yeah, you never know. I should have lied, and you never know where we could have ended up. And like, if I got a husband on this type of show, he better not be saying no bullshiggity like that about some other woman, okay? Or it's gonna be trouble, trouble, trouble. So stuff like that, I think it goes over the audience's head, and I'm sure a lot of people laughed. I'm sure the whole cast laughed it off. Some of the women caught it. I think Toya caught it, and Quad and Simone. I think a few of them caught it. But yeah, that type of stuff that Dr. G was saying, very inappropriate, very suspect. And girl, Sweet Tea girl, you need to run and fast. While you over there for my man, and that's my man, and you know we gonna be together forever. What did y'all make of Dr. G when he said he ain't got no prenup? I said, what? Well, I got a strong feeling about my new wife. I'm gonna give y'all the translation for that. I got a dumb diddy dum dum. I'm running shit, and she ain't gonna clean my ass out. But Sweet Tea don't look like she too innocent, honey. Okay, it don't look like she all that innocent. I believe what she said. Okay, I got a little bit more access to the money. Even Andy was like, well, shit, she said that. So what make you think she won't take your ass to the cleaner? So he'll know when his ass lose everything. I don't see them saying married forever. Because in my opinion, if you really took the marriage seriously, Dr. G, you wouldn't have brought her on this show. Not so soon. To me, you should have been with this woman at least for 3 to 5 years before coming on the show, if you really needed to come on. But his narcissistic ass wanted some attention. Okay, Quad told us about the man that he really is, honey. He got mad when her and Lisa Nicole had got into it, and he was like, well, what am I do if you lead a show when, nigga, the show is about Quad, okay? And her being married to medicine, it ain't about you. But yeah, I don't trust Dr. G. I think he wanted to triangulate this woman with Quad. He claimed he feels so awkward being around Quad, but yet you brought your tacky ass back to the show, okay, that y'all used to do together. So if you really wanted to move on with your life, you wanted to go in a new direction, if you wanted to have a new trajectory for your life, you wouldn't have brought your ass back to this show. And I'm glad that Quad mentioned that to his ass. Like, you chose to come back, nigga. He got to talking about, it was just so stressful when I was married to Quad, and it was a lot of trauma. And here go Quad, on both sides. I said, I know that's right, girl. I know that's right. Like, let this nigga know. Nigga, I felt trauma, too. You ruined my damn knee. You took the battery out of my damn car. Now, you know you abusive and controlling when you take the battery up out of somebody's car, Dr. G. Okay? Apollo says that he met Phaedra's expectations in many ways. Apollo, you are good to look at. You sexy, and it look like you could do a little two-step in the bedroom, but that's about it. You are Prison Bae. You look just like that nigga Prison Bae, okay? That's it. And Phaedra does not have all these high standards, morals, values, decorum, because if she did, she would have never had a baby by a man like Apollo. She would have never did that. Phaedra got with Apollo because she's one of those powerful women with money, kind of like a Candy, where if I get with somebody and I have more money than him, then I can run the relationship. Okay? A lot of women do that so they can be in control. Okay? So that's why she got with Mr. Apollo. Toya says that Eugene and her can relate. I guess Toya was trying to allude to the fact that she got all these standards, in her marriage, but girl, you You don't even know how to manage y'all money correctly. If you would have managed your money correctly on this platform, you would own a home. You would own probably multiple homes. Okay? I think it's very foolish for her and Eugene to be renting. Is renting okay for probably me and you? Yes, because shit, we probably have never ran into the type of money that Toya and Eugene is making, especially Toya being on this show. I think it's very foolish to not own your property and to keep moving year after year and girl. A fool, a mess. But we'll talk about more of that on her interview with Carlos King, because she tried to put that off on the audience. No, girl, that's what you were giving. Okay? You keep trying to have an image instead of just being yourself. She likes to present this image of her and Eugene. They have this perfect marriage. He likes to play up to it too, because he ends up saying, well, he knows what he signed up for, and he knows, listen, if you are a man with a high self-esteem and respect for yourself, you wouldn't sign up to be with a woman that got y'all moving every damn year, wasting money, renting. Okay? Well, I like this. Yeah, I just like it. It sounds so much like I'm just so happy that she would have me. And don't get me wrong, you know, Eugene Cook, he take out weave and all of that. But now that, like, hearing him say that and knowing all the things that he does for Toya is very much so like, I don't know. It's like I need to do all of these things just so I can keep you because I don't feel worthy enough to be with you. That's what he gives me. But I'm sure a lot of people would be like, no, he just really love his wife. I'm sure he love and care for her and she cares for him. But I see the unhealthiness in their marriage. And Toya is not doing all that shit for him that he do for her. So they don't have a relationship where there's reciprocity, like where it's back and forth and he do for me, I do for him. And no, their marriage very much so one-sided. Everything is about pleasing Toya. And even Simone sees the dysfunction in their marriage, but Toya, you know, has to challenge, you know, everything that Simone says about that. That's what she did on the last part. Did y'all see how Kimmel was looking at Eugene? Like, nigga, it couldn't be me. Even Kimmel, even though he's unhealthy with the things that he says in his marriage, you know, talking about my woman is trained up. Y'all know I don't agree with that. But even Kimmel sees that there's some holes in Toya and Eugene's marriage. He sees it. Like, yeah, nigga, you're a little too giddy. Okay? They talked about how Dr. G is taking out the trash for Sweet Tea. He never did it for Quad. That shit is for TV. Give them another 5 or 6 years. Because all these narcissists, honey, all these toxic niggas, they are always on their best behavior in the first couple of years when everybody is looking. Okay? But yeah, she need to be with him for a lot longer until I could be like, oh, okay, he really love her. Yeah. Yeah, but I don't know, he just gives me narcissistic, you know, I'm going to come on this show with my new wife. I need to triangulate her and my ex-wife. He also got a kick out of his new wife and Quad kind of going back and forth. You can kind of see the facial expressions on his face. I peeped all of that. They talk about Eugene forgiving Quad. Quad apologized again. What I was very annoyed by, what I was very disappointed with is, especially as it pertains to Toya and Eugene, I just feel like Andy never puts his foot on their neck about their treatment of Quad and how they disrespect her. Toya accused Quad of sleeping with a married man to get stuff fixed around her house. She alluded to that, just how Simone alluded to that. But you have Eugene down to the Carlos King interview saying, well, Toya didn't start that. It doesn't matter if she started it, if she started in the middle, if she finished it. Like, nigga, shut up, simp. You ain't nothing but where Contessa at? You are the literal definition of a big ass bitch. Come on, Contessa. Bring Contessa back. Shit, I never thought I would say that, but yeah. Because some of them, they don't even need to be up there. Phaedra, you don't fit, girl. You brought the whole ghetto, honey, with you. Because I have never, don't get me wrong, this last part, it was juicy, it was good, but I don't know, it just wasn't giving Married to Medicine, it was giving Married to Medicaid. That's what, ain't nothing wrong though with a little bit of Medicaid though, ain't nothing wrong. But I'm just saying, if I gotta be honest on what I saw. But yeah, I don't like this one-sided notion of Quad needs to kiss Toya and Eugene's ass because they're married and Eugene could lose his job because he's a doctor. No, his fat ass does not need to get in all of the women's beefs. I don't care if that's your wife or not. You need to check her and tell her don't be saying certain stuff about Quad because you wouldn't like it if she said certain shiggity about you, which is, you know, Quad accusing Toya of allegedly cheating on Eugene. The woman that she's hanging with right now, Anila, she accused Toya of that and was hanging with the lady Zaina who started all of that. But I guess Toya is now, on good terms with both of them. But yet she wants to nail Quad to the cross. And Quad, had lie detector tests and, she took all that stuff. That wasn't admissible in court. Well, it's like every little thing that Quad does, it's like it's not good enough. But yeah, I don't like how one-sided it is. And for Andy to be the boss and they talked about it on Watch What Happens Live, how none of the ladies apologized to Quad for how they treated her in Napa. And they should have treated her, with more respect. You don't invite somebody on a trip just to send their ass home. Okay? And Toya got to saying on the interview with Carlos, oh, well, I only did that because Quan said she was here for her check. I wonder why she said she was here for her check. I wonder, what did you say and do? You had been nasty to her. See, they leave that part out, and then they want to make it look like Quan just came and said if me and you almost came to blows at the damn funeral thing, and you act like you can't get over what the hell I said about you and your family, but you think you can talk shit about me and mine, girl, bye. So like I told y'all, I feel like Toya and Eugene, they are one-sided and they are double-minded. And whenever you come across people like that, to me, they are very demonic. It's very much so. And even Heavenly plays into that shit too, where, well, Toya is married. What did she say on the last reunion? Toya is married. That could have ruined Toya's marriage. What about Quad's reputation? It is not a good thing when a woman sleeps with a married man. That can ruin her reputation. That can make people not want to work with her, not do business with her, not be friends with her. So it's okay. It's okay for us to spread rumors about this woman because she's single and she doesn't have any value if she doesn't have a man. And did y'all hear all throughout this reunion, I'm talking about part 1, 2, and 3, you hear Toya, Quad, is that your man? Is your man coming out? Quad's gonna get a man, and everything is about a damn man. Toya is mad at Quad because Quad is the bitch that she could never be. And a bitch will stay mad at you for the rest of their life because they could never be who you are and navigate the world the way in which you do. That is what that is. Okay, so as far as Eugene is concerned, I know some people will say, well, it's okay for him to defend his wife. Like I said, you defend her, but sometimes you defending her is you upholding her bullshit. And you also need to tell her when she's wrong. And you also need to back out of that beef she has with Quad, because the bitch is jealous. But Eugene will never tell Toya, oh, you jealous of Quad? He ain't gonna never tell her the truth. Okay, he's too much of a simp for that, honey. Okay. They talk about the whole Hilton Head trip and how Simone never changed the trip, and Heavenly took issue with it. Heavenly says she felt like going to Hilton Head would have been a trigger for Jackie. Simone ends up telling Heavenly, we go back 20 years. Well, it looked like the 20 years don't mean shit, Simone, because you on the interview with Carlos King admitting that Heavenly and Jackie is closer than what you and Jackie is. Okay, so it looked like the 20 years don't mean nothing, because if Heavenly can come in between y'all friendship, what type of friendship do y'all really have? Heavenly told Simone, you are hard-headed and you don't listen. And that is so true. Simone doesn't listen. She likes to out-shout everybody, and she feels like because she's shouting the loudest, she is right with her stance on certain issues. I hate how in this group, nobody tackles her ass down to the ground. They don't challenge her about her bad behavior. Even her, talking about the whole situation with Quad's niece, that was so unnecessary. But Simone is nobody's friend, in my opinion. Like, she is not loyal at all. Heavenly mentioned that Jackie needs to speak up more. Hell, can she get a word in when Simone is concerned? Simone kept saying, I didn't need to hear from you. I had already texted Jackie. I saw her face. Girl, you still didn't change the trip, Simone. She went on and on about how she don't give a damn about Heavenly's feelings. You don't care about nobody but yourself, Simone. That's why season 5, you was having all those issues with Cecil. And you made him end his friendship with Tammy because you felt like Tammy was a threat. And she was taking your man away from you. He was getting up out the blue to help her because I feel like he probably liked her personality more than yours. And it does happen, you guys, in marriages. It can happen where you get sick of being with somebody like a Simone, always loud, always thinking they right about everything. And then he probably, go to deal with Tammy and she's the relief. Now, I'm not at all saying that gives Cecil or any man the right to cheat on his wife. And Cecil said that, nothing ever happened with him and Tammy. But I'm just trying to paint a picture for you all of what can happen when you are like Simone. Okay, you don't want to listen. To me, it don't never seem like Simone feels bad about her behavior, you guys, and how she hurts people. I was shocked that her and Quad made up so quick. What was it on the part 2? I was shocked by that. Because I'm like, if I was Quad, I couldn't be cool with her. Bitch, I told you to be quiet about my niece. So I told you. And Simone admitted, we're going to talk about it on the interview with Carlos King and Toya, that she heard what Quad said and decided to say it anyways. And to me, that lets me know You could be loud all day and wrong all day, and you don't even care. You are malicious. Simone is also two-faced. Simone is also another double-minded person. It's okay for her to be up Toya's ass and take up for her. Remember, as it pertains to Quad, remember she has to defend her side of the couch. But when Heavenly does it for Jackie, and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that Heavenly is right when she does that. And I think that Jackie loves that. She narcissistic. They love bullshiggity like that. That's supply. Oh, you defended me even when I'm wrong too? Ooh. So Heavenly has Jackie on this pedestal. Okay? Simone even mentioned it on the interview she did with Carlos King, and she is right with that. It's like Jackie is on this pedestal where she can do no wrong. Even when she's malicious, Heavenly will excuse her behavior. She will defend it. She will write it off, honey. And I don't think that that's right, because I feel like when you are friends with people, you need to keep your friends honest and accountable and responsible for their actions and their bad behavior. That way they can grow, right? So Alicia tries to jump in like double dutch, and Simone starts yelling at her. I was like, Alicia, girl, I don't know why you even jumped in on this child. But Alicia said, honey, I need some screen time, honey, before this reunion is over. Because I heard if they don't perform good at the reunion, they may not get a contract, honey. Alicia basically mentioned that if Heavenly mentioned that it was a problem for Jackie because Jackie brought it up to her, then you should have listened. Exactly. But see, Simone is so stubborn, and Cecil is scared of her. That's another thing. Do not admire Cecil and Simone's marriage or Toya and Eugene's, because both of the niggas is afraid to really speak up and hold these women accountable and responsible for their bad behavior. Okay? Simone said that she couldn't change it. There was nothing she could do. And I don't know, I call it BS, but even Carlos said that once they lock in, going out of town on these type of shows, you really can't change it that easy. So there's that. But Simone don't give a damn about Jackie's feelings. Okay. I knew the type of person Simone was when she didn't invite Jackie to Michael's graduation, knowing that Jackie delivered Michael. Okay. Knowing that would hurt Jackie. But she didn't want to deal with Jackie. Oh, it's too awkward. Oh, it's too... And she is very jealous of Heavenly and Jackie's relationship. She tries to deny it, but I can see it. Jackie says that Heavenly is a grown woman. She doesn't tell Heavenly what to say and what not to say. You like that she overly defends you. You like that she has this God complex as it pertains to you. You like it. Okay, I was watching Jackie's body language as Heavenly was defending her. Jackie likes that shit. But they are not in a mutually beneficial relationship. Heavenly feels like she has everything to gain by being close to Jackie, and I don't feel like Jackie feels the same about her. But Heavenly has that in her personality of, I'm going to keep kissing your ass so I could, still be the top dog on this show. Because she knows that, because let's look at how Jackie said what she said about the black women, and they need to get their ass back to work and don't be taking no time off. They skipped right over that. They did not hold Jackie accountable and responsible for her bad choice of words, for her behavior, nothing. They skipped right over it. Because I don't know what it is, but on this show, it's like Jackie has like this God complex, and people have this God complex about Jackie. I don't see her like that. To me, she's sneaky, she's conniving, she's phony. I used to have somewhat of a respect for Jackie, a little bit more than the other women, because I like that, she didn't allow the show to like make her ugly, but honey, it's there, but it's all up in her, okay? And she be trying to hide it, and you can't. Your slip is showing, girl, and we can see it. Simone tells Jackie that when Heavenly butts in, it is putting a damper in their relationship. So I guess next season we gonna have more Jackie and Simone friendship problems. But Simone, you over there with superficial Toya. I feel like Simone loves Jackie. I don't think she loves Toya as much as she loves Jackie, but I think she will try to act like it, because she feels like, I need to match what Jackie and Heavenly is doing in their relationship. I need to act like I'm so close to Toya. I think she does care for Toya, but not how she likes to put it out there. I really don't. As Jackie is trying to explain herself, Simone is being rude, cutting her off. Nobody is saying, Simone, you're wrong. Simone, be quiet. None of that. That's why the bitch acts the way in which she does. Okay, because nobody holds her accountable. And I was kind of disappointed with Carlos with his interview with Simone. I felt like he could have had his foot on her neck a little bit more. It seemed like now that she was in front of his face, it was like he was trying to be nice. And I get you want to be cordial, you want to be objective with people, but hell, keep your foot on this bitch neck. Because you know the part that she plays on this show, and nobody ever holds her accountable for her bad behavior. Child Curtis chimes in talking about this was 7 years ago. We have moved so far past that. Nigga, why don't you make an I statement? It was you that cheated on Jackie. Ain't no damn weak nigga. It was you out here sticking your ding dong and somebody else, not Jackie cheating on you. I think she done wisen up now and got a side nigga from what I see on the internet, honey. Sweet T says, as she was getting to know the lady, she felt like she was being hazed. See, once again, what part of you came on a show with your fiance's ex-wife? What part of you didn't expect for this shiggity to get messy? So you thought that you was going to come fit in with the girls, they was going to kick Quad out, and I think that's what she wanted. I think Dr. G, his evil ass, took pleasure in the possibility of that happening. Did y'all hear what he had said in his confessional? Yeah, because I'm back now, and yeah, they sick of Quad. And see, he tried to speak on that way it could look like, oh, he's the good man and Quad let him get away and she left him for no reason. And child, no, you are abusive, Dr. G. Okay, you are. From the things that Quad has said, you have some issues. I don't give a damn if you're a psychologist, psychiatrist, you have issues. And for the women on this show to ignore those issues and invite your ass around, okay, and expect all this love and loyalty and friendship from Quad is delusional to me. That shit is crazy. So, child, bye. But yeah, Sweet Tea, homegirl is delayed. Okay? She had unrealistic expectations on, what was going to happen with her being on this show. Girl, it wasn't going to be all roses and smiles and laughter. That's not how it goes. Y'all made a conscious decision to come back to this show, especially you, Dr. G. You've already been in this environment. You knew what was gonna happen, but y'all wanted to run Quad off, and that didn't happen. The girls, the Married to Medicine girls, they wanted that to happen, but no, y'all don't have a show without Quad. I hope everybody realizes that. Whether you like Quad or not, you gotta realize without Quad, what would we be talking about? Nothing. Sweet Tea also mentioned how she was offended by, the things that Jackie was saying about her relationship. They talked about how Jackie gave her the church stare. Andy asked Toya, what did she make of Kimma's beliefs about marriage and, what role should the man play and what role should the woman play? Toya says, well, I didn't really have any judgments about that. That's a lie, because you said plenty of bullshitty in your confessional. But she said that, whatever works in their marriage works in their marriage. Me and Eugene's relationship, it works for us. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it works mostly for you, because the relationship is all about you. It's all about pleasing Toya. Okay? It's all about catering to Toya. So, of course, you don't have any objections when it comes to that. Toya says both of their needs are met in their relationship. Child, Dr. Eugene, he don't never say what his needs are. He's so busy trying to cater to Toya to get him to love her. Okay? To get her to love him is what I should say, child. So Toya had mentioned that she hoped Alicia's needs are being met in their marriage. And Alicia said, well, they are. And I never complained about my husband's penis size. I was like, oh, Toya, you go get enough of telling all these women all your business, because they ain't gonna do nothing but weaponize it and use it against you. So you need to learn to be quiet. That's what Quad was trying to tell her ass season 5. Eugene talking about whipping out his Vienna sausage. You can keep it, nigga. I don't want to see it. Nope. Once again, honey, Andy was excited. They talk about Eugene mentioning that Kimma and Alicia probably won't be married for long, since Kimma feels the need to train his wife. Alicia says Kimma was joking when he said that. Girl, no, he ain't. Okay? The joke is on you. And quiet is kept. Toya and Eugene really shouldn't be laughing, because didn't they ass almost get a divorce? I mean, I'm just saying. So, but yeah, I am very sick of Alicia, overly defending her husband. I get it, it's your husband. But at the same time, girl, at one point, you wanted to divorce him. So you know that he got some ways about him that's not cool. And I feel like Alicia needs to have, some boundaries with him. Like, don't say certain stuff around this group, because they go take it and spin it and, add a little bit to it. You just kind of want to watch what you say about your marriage or your mate around this group of friends, for real. Because people, okay, they will use that shiggity against you. They talk about Kimma's customs when it comes to oral sex. Quad said, honey, it's a prerequisite. It is a requirement, honey, for her to have some face in the place. Alicia said, honey, we done had oral sex before. I guess maybe they done had it with other people. She gets to talking about how she's a dentist and he's an oral surgeon. What that got to do with anything? Okay, you really should know what that mouth do. Okay, make it do what it do. Alicia gets to talking about the trauma as it pertains to oral sex, aggressive oral sex. I'm like, ooh. And I'm like, Alicia, girl, they talking about sex. So they talking about it in a way of pleasure, not... I see what she was saying, but girl, you ruining the moment with all these technical terms, all about how you was in dentistry school and he an oral surgeon, and, you know, oral sex could be dangerous. Child, you know what they talking about. Child, I was hollering when Alicia told Toya, if you getting a dick in the ear, then... I'm like, child, Toya ain't getting no peen up in her ear. She, you know what, Toya gives... I'm not going to do that for Eugene. She don't even, deep throat, and I don't blame her. But girl, you the one that walked down that aisle, not me. Okay, like I said, Toya's marriage is very one-sided. Nobody talks about it because, like I said before in my Eugene and Toya video, y'all check that out if you haven't already. This marriage is all about catering to Toya and Eugene trying to get Toya to like and love him. That's what it's about. That's why it's so easy for Toya. Okay? Toya is not being told when she's wrong. Okay, and Toya, if she hasn't already, will develop a resentment towards Eugene because all women need to be challenged in a good way as it pertains to their personal growth and their relationships. They need it. Just like a child needs guidance and structure and, you know, like you need that within a good relationship, within a good marriage. You don't need somebody upholding all of your bullshit. You just really don't need that. Because then you ain't gonna know when you're wrong. You ain't gonna know when you took things too far. You're gonna be very one-sided and double-minded. Oh, how Toya is. Yeah. Andy gets on Heavenly for telling Alicia to fabricate things to Kimma, get somebody else to help you with the house, to help you cook. And hell, I would say do all of that. Okay, if you got the means, don't be a slave. Don't dig your own grave. Hire somebody. You need some help. Damon says, honey, he ain't worried about none of that. He know who he married. As long as, you know, he feels good about how he takes care of his wife and his children. You know, he don't care about, you know, Heavenly lying to him. Okay, so, yeah, Heavenly and Damon, you could definitely tell there's a respect in their marriage, and it's mutual. The girls get on Heavenly for not sharing her marriage. You know, she says she'll share everything, but I don't think it's fair, you know, to overly judge and criticize other people's marriages, and then you don't want to open up about yours. So, you know, I feel like Heavenly does need to work on that, but Heavenly said, honey, I got a good man, Savannah, and y'all ain't about to ruin. Y'all ain't about to ruin what I got. I like what Damon said about just because you're on TV, that doesn't mean you should be sharing everything about your marriage. You should, you know, just say that's none of your business. Like, there are limits. There are boundaries that I have, you know, for me and my wife and my family. And I agree with him. That Damon, honey, he got Miss Robinson's birthday, honey, July 15th. We don't play that shiggity. Okay, we don't play that. So they show some clips from the past of the cast of Toya, tripping on that party bus. She tripped and fell on her butt and was laughing. I think they was in New Orleans when that happened. That was so funny. They showed the naked men at the Sip and Paint. Honey, I need to go to one of them. Sweet Tea girl, did you see where Dr. G was telling Quad, I've been taking care of you since the day I met you? Okay, did you see that, girl? You better be taking some notes, because that may be you in the next 5-6 years. Quad says it was very emotional for her to see all those tough times that her and Gregory endured, you know, when they were on the show. Andy asked Simone and Jackie, were you ever in fear of this show affecting your practices? And Simone says she didn't have the fear until she saw Toya and Mariah fighting by the pool, honey. Okay? Child, Toya whooped Mariah's ass, honey. Mariah's mother, honey, had to come through with her purse to save her. Nah, bitch. That's Toya, honey. Okay? That's good, though. They was able to be cordial after that and be cool somewhat. I told y'all, they didn't have no damn friendship because Mariah would still be cool with Toya till this day. But I feel like Mariah does not like that Toya is still on the show. I think she still feel the way that Quad is on the show, you know. Simone said it's been a blessing to be on this platform for all these years. Andy tells Simone it's been a blessing to have her scream in his ear all those years. It wouldn't be no blessing for me, honey. I would find Simone. I would, child, that's negative. Look, minus 10,000 about your check, minus 20,000, 30. She gonna stop all that damn screaming, honey, by any means necessary. Andy mentions how happy Phaedra is that she's on this show. Yeah, Phaedra knew what she was doing when she invited Apollo. I think that was her way of trying to keep her job. Like I said, I'm not buying nothing that she say about maybe money, her and Apollo would still be married. Girl, you couldn't wait to get away from that man. Okay, run away from me with this. Okay? Phaedra says that she loves the relationships on this show, and the relationships seem real and authentic. Did y'all see Quad's face when she was saying that? Curtis says he wished he and Jackie would have went through their situation in private. Yeah, because you don't want everybody to know that you're the one that cheated on your wife, nigga. Did y'all see how Curtis kept trying to get up out of that? I said, you niggas, okay? Own your bad behavior. Dr. G says he regret all the altercations he and Quad had over the years on this show. I'm like, they didn't really show what you was really doing, nigga, behind the scenes, okay? Taking the battery up out of folks' cars, okay? I knew he was crazy, though, when he was foaming at the mouth and fell down to the floor. I can't get past that. They talk about Heavenly and Sweet Tea's relationship. Is there hope for them? Sweet Tea says Heavenly has been very disrespectful to her. Sweet Tea gets to telling Heavenly, shut the F up. See, that's what I'm talking about. You have this inconsistent character. And it wasn't like something popped off with her and Heavenly. She's like that affected by Heavenly. Like I said before, guys, I don't feel like Heavenly was right when she befriended this girl and then turned on her in front of all these women. I felt like that was nasty. That was malicious of her to do. But I also felt like Sweet Tea was very naive to think that she would just come in and join this group of friends and think that they was just all going to fully accept her and not test her and not, y'all know the bullshiggity that they do, when it's somebody's first season of these type of shows, So Child Heavenly kept trying to be patient with her, but Heavenly got to screaming like, yeah, bitch, I'll give it to you. I can give it to you, but what you go do with it, okay? Child was laughing when Heavenly said, do it, bitch, because Jackie gonna stand up and get your ass. And Jackie like, what I do? Why you put me in it, okay? See how I ain't even did nothing, and they put me into stuff. Everybody started laughing. See, that's the good thing with Heavenly. She knows how to take this serious moment. And see, Letitia, Sweet Tea, who I don't think is sweet at all, she a bit tart. She really wanted to egg Heavenly on and have this confrontation. That way she can be invited back. She's in her bag, right? She's in her bag. She like, shit, I'm trying to get another season. It's the reunion, I got to clown and act the fool and get a rise out of Heavenly. And I don't feel like Heavenly came to really do all of that with her, because Heavenly knows those games. Hell, she probably created those games, but Heavenly wasn't trying to let that heifer get it. Okay? They talk about how the show saved Cecil and Simone's marriage. I really like that season. What was that, season 5? I think season 5 is one of my favorite seasons of this show. Seasons 5 and 6 are my favorites. And that was nice for the whole cast to, try to get these two to reconcile their marriage. But like I said, we didn't really find out what was the real issue until they got to the damn reunion. And that's when Simone got to talking about Tammy and how Tammy packed a bag for 8 days. Shit, Cecil would have been divorced. Okay, you better not have a bitch. I don't care if she ugly or not, because y'all know these niggas will screw anything. Okay, so yeah. Look, I think we all understood why Simone wanted to get a divorce once we found out there was another woman in the picture. But like I said before, though, Simone is not perfect at all. And if she do all that yelling and not listening to these women, then what you think she's doing to old Cecil? Okay, what you think she's doing with him behind closed doors? Sweet Tea says she felt like she was being tested all throughout the season. That's proper protocol, though, on your first season of these type of shows, right? They do it to everybody. Sweet Tea says she felt like Phaedra and Toya was being shady with her as she was trying on wedding dresses. Child, Sweet Tea compared herself to Megan Thee Stallion, talking about she represents the Lamb of God. I don't know. I missed the correlation, but, whatever she say, that's what she say, child. They get on who has had like plastic surgery in the group. Toya admitted she's had her boobs, her stomach done. She hasn't had anything on her face. Simone has had a tummy tuck, and Jackie had her double mastectomy. Heavenly has had a lap band, a tummy tuck, and she's still hungry. They get on Quad's butt. Maybe Sweet Tea should go to the same person that did Quad's butt. Quad said a doctor didn't do her butt. Quad said she works out and does a mean squat, honey, okay? They get on Phaedra for calling Toya a tennis expert. That was funny. Toya said she wasn't offended by the comment because Phaedra didn't know, much about her. Phaedra said she went to Wimbledon and brought Toya a whole bunch of tennis stuff. Toya still ain't went to get it. Toya, what's up with that, girl? Jackie speaks up to Toya and says that Phaedra pulled an old lawyer move on her and you fell for it. And I just feel like Toya wasn't trying to have no issue because Toya is smart enough to know, child, that ain't nothing. That ain't nothing. Look at Jackie be trying to start chickadee, honey. Andy brought up how Heavenly was confused by how Phaedra decorated her home. Yeah, she has too many different styles up in there. I don't like it. Child, it looked like Phaedra is confused, honey, okay, on what direction she want to go in when it pertains to decorating her home. Child, Phaedra gets to saying she has traveled the world and she can't expect for Heavenly to know the things that she would like. Phaedra, girl, that wasn't a good read, and your house looks tacky. It looked like you got too much shit going on, that you was at a rummage sale, and you got real excited and put all the shit together, and girl, stop playing with us, Phaedra. Child, Phaedra said when she went to Heavenly's house, all she saw was a curtain rod, and I was like, child, y'all better. It looked like Heavenly didn't know how to take that comment. It wasn't, I don't know. Heavenly said that Phaedra shaded her. I didn't get that. To me, the comment didn't land, because Heavenly's house is nice. Heavenly has proper teeth. Okay, she has proper teeth, so it didn't land, Phaedra, okay? We need those reads that she was giving, honey, down to the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Y'all remember how she read Kenya for Filth? Oh, my God, and you will have to go and get a pizza so that you can have a kid. Look, don't quote me, honey. I forgot what she said, but it was funny, honey. Okay, it was funny. Simone gets to making this speech about Quad and how Phaedra said something about how friends stay in touch all year round, more and more bullshitty. Like, child, y'all are different ages from Quad. She doesn't have any children. Most of y'all children are grown. She doesn't have... I agree with Mariah. I think I heard Mariah say on Buffy's YouTube channel, like, you have different friends. You don't have to do everything with your friends. There are friends you may go to the bookstore with. There are friends you may go to the movies with. I feel like they need to realize and be realistic about the type of person Quad is and what she can bring to their life and what they are willing to bring to her life. In my personal opinion, they do not like Quad. They will always have an issue with Quad. If Quad sneezes the wrong way, pee the wrong way, blink for too long, Toya and Simone will always have a effing problem. They are haters. And I really hate how Andy skipped over the bad treatment that Quad got. Shout out to Carlos King. I know a lot of y'all don't like Carlos, but I will forever be grateful that when they threw Quad away, he picked her ass up. Like, he did that interview with her. He made her feel special. He really had her back. You really have to pay attention, you guys, to those moments in life where everybody has thrown you away, given up on you, and you got a friend saying, I'm not going to turn my back on you. I'm not going to just dismiss you and be done with you like everybody else. So I really appreciate that he did, that 2-part interview with Quad, and I love how everybody supported Quad and dragged Simone and Toya's ass and Jackie. I loved it. Because y'all were wrong. And they are capable of doing that shiggity again. Because, in my opinion, Andy didn't address it. Andy didn't hold anybody's feet to the fire. He allowed them to, keep coming for Quad and make her go on this apology tour. And when the hell is Simone going to go on an apology tour? I think we saw Toya do it season 8, but when the hell is Simone going to be held accountable and responsible for her bad behavior? Jackie too. Like, it's too many double standards on this show. They pick and choose whose feet they hold to the fire as it pertains to being accountable and responsible for bad behavior. But yeah, like, Simone is a nasty piece of work. She really is. Phaedra gets to talking about how she had a wonderful time getting to know all of the ladies. You were wrong, Phaedra, for how you ditched Quad. And Quad helped you to audition to be on this show. So you were out of line. And nobody really held your feet to the fire for that. They brought it up, but you wasn't held accountable and responsible. I feel like somebody else need to host these reunions, because I see there be a lot of points that Andy don't bring up. It seems like he's not invested in the cast. I know he has a good time with them, and he may respect how Simone and Cecil was able to back out of getting that divorce season 5. I think he really loved that moment from this show. But Andy is not invested in this show like that, because he just skipped over way too many things that need to be discussed, and I'm sick of it. I want a new host. Child, Andy tell the ladies they could toast to 10 years of Married to Medicine with some wine or some brown liquor. Y'all know Heavenly like her brown liquor, her dark liquor, honey. She love her Hennessy, but Heavenly said, honey, she gonna do wine. And Toya said, honey, she is so proud of Heavenly, honey. Okay, that Heavenly, honey, has came a long way. I'm proud of Heavenly. She wasn't trying to let Sweet Tooth, or whatever her name is, honey, like, have a moment with her. She was very controlled, because Heavenly could really like take that girl there. Okay, take her ass through there. Okay, you better recognize. Okay, but that is all I have to say about all of this, you guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I am your girl, brand new, and I will check you guys out in the next video.